Hey, everybody, going to keep this really quick on a Friday. I hope everybody sees this on a Friday because it's very important that you hear this before the Saturday kicks off, before it's too late. Because I have just full numbers. I have about 43 online clients right now. Now, everybody's at a different level. Everybody has different backgrounds, different stories, different experiences too, with how experienced they are with making their food and sticking to a fitness and workout program. Many times, more often than not, people, you will think that you're doing everything right and you're not losing weight. You think you're on a caloric deficit and you're not losing weight. The truth is that if you are not losing weight, then you are not on a caloric deficit. And even though you think that you are hitting your calories every single day, you're not, because you're overestimating how much activity you do and you're underestimating how many calories you take in. And there was a study done that it was it 2020. They had obese people who claimed they ate 1,200 calories a day and they couldn't lose weight. So they put them in a study, and researchers tracked their food intake and activity. The subjects that were in the study underestimated their caloric intake by 53% and overestimated their activity by 47%. And also, these people knew that they were going to be tracked, and they were still that far off. Their metabolism was the same. And by the way, metabolism is kind of a myth. Like, people like to hide behind it, just like thyroids and hormones and all that. Now, they weren't like, purposefully lying. They weren't lying on purpose, but they were just not tracking it right. They weren't underestimating. You have to realize, I forgot the statistics, but I believe like 60% or something like that. And the majority of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. The majority of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account. When you ask the average American what their credit card debt is, they will always say it's less than what it actually is. So it's kind of like almost human nature. Also, so that's one thing. It's human nature to think or say that you're eating less calories, even if you're logging it. And I'm going to get back to the logging thing later. But if you've never measured out like a true tablespoon of peanut butter, you'll be surprised. If you've never measured out like a true, cup of ice cream, you'll be surprised at how small it really is. And another thing is that calorie burn and all that, like those trackers, even the Myzone and the FitBit, whatever, they're notorious for overestimating how many calories they actually burn. So the physics always add up, calories in versus calories out. It's very likely that you're underestimating the amount of calories you're eating, and overestimating the amount of calories you're burning. Lastly, is that so many of my clients, the majority, even ones who I know are higher intelligence than others, they log everything perfectly Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even sometimes Saturday. But then I'm missing the Sunday. Or they're logging everything Sunday all the way through Friday, and then I'm missing the Saturday. Or they're logging 7 days, but then like one day is only 400 calories. Now, I have a friend, and I won't even say where he lives because people will know who he is, but I was visiting him recently, and he's not chubby, but he's not lean. He's not a six-pack city. And he swears he eats on a caloric deficit. And I've seen him eat, and yeah, it looks like a caloric deficit. But then when it was a Saturday night, we went to Sprouts, and he bought a tub of ice cream. And I said, wait, how are you gonna put protein in that ice cream? He said, oh, we'll just have another protein shake. I'm like, wait, well, that's extra calories. That tub of ice cream can ruin your whole week. So you're either 100% on it or you're not. And that's why the foolproof way of losing weight is for you to hit your 10,000 steps every single day. Every single day. And if you knew that it would work, you would do it. If your life was on the line, you would do it. If your loved one's life was on the line, you would do it. But you're probably too comfortable. And you would also track every single calorie that you put in your mouth. And if you do that, then you will lose weight. Now, I know that there's going to be people coming back to me saying, but I do that. No, you don't. You're not hitting your 10,000 steps. And you're missing that Thursday. What did you do Thursday afternoon? You stopped eating? You only had 200 calories Thursday? It needs to be 100%. And this is something I feel a little bit guilty for this, because I have not been hammering on this myself. And you know why? And if I can just be real honest and blunt, it's because everybody's such a wuss these days. And hopefully now with the new administration and the new way that America's going, we can get rid of the whole walking on eggshells and tiptoeing around the truth. People need to hear the truth. We need some bullies back in our lives. Yeah, accept everybody, but not everybody's competent. Success is not for everybody. Success, you need to work hard. You need to do what it requires to be successful. Success is something you attract by the person you become, not just because of some little tricks you did, not just because you took creatine, or because you start taking this amazing protein shake, or because you're on keto or carnivore. It's by the person you become. You got to become that person that's actually lean and fit. And that person, let me tell you, that person hits 10,000 steps every single day.